Hi guys, and welcome to another iPad review. In this one, a iPad mini review. And in this video I want to investigate the curious conundrum of iPad and iPhone apps. Now, if you've ever been to the App Store, you will know that applications are divided into two: iPad applications and iPhone applications. And if you search for an application that doesn't necessarily appear as an iPad application, you can download it as an iPhone application, but with serious consequences. For example, I wanted to get the BBC Sport app, and as you can see, it finds no results from the iPad range of apps, but if I do a search for the iPhone apps, I will see that the application is available, and I've already downloaded it. This is what it looks like on your iPad. So what it does is it shrinks down the application to how it would appear on an iPhone, kind of, because as you may or may not know, most iPhones come in a Retina form these days, which is a resolution of 960 by 640, unless I'm mistaken. However, if I press a little button down here, which is the magnifying button, you will see, if I just zoom in the camera a little bit, that the resolution is certainly not 960 by 640. It's significantly less. Now, it's still very usable, but it does look ugly on your very expensive Apple device. I can scroll into a news article, for example, and again you can see that the text is fairly chunky and large, and while I can use it, it's not really a good experience. Now, the curious thing here is if I go to the Nexus 7, so again we're doing some iOS and Android comparisons, and if I go to the same sport application, which is basically available just in the market, it doesn't really matter if it's an iPhone or, well, sorry, it doesn't matter if it's a smartphone or a tablet Android device. You can just download it and try it and see what it looks like. And the scaling on the Android device is much better. It basically upscales it to the resolution that you would expect. Now, the resolution on here is 1200 by 800, and let's see if I can just put the two pictures together. I'm not sure how well this is going to work, and maybe it's not going to come out on camera that well, but the resolution and the sharpness of the picture is much better on the Android device because it's upscaled the picture. Now, the question I want to ask really here is, when Apple were first designing the iPhone and the iPad, why didn't they make it either available and easy to developers to be able to upscale their applications with ease, or make it built in to be able to support a 960 by 640 resolution on the iPad? Because this doesn't look very good and it doesn't look very attractive to use. And then another strange thing I found is when I downloaded another iPhone application on the iPad, ESPN Goals, again the resolution isn't particularly good. However, if I then watch a video on the application, I may be mistaken, but the resolution of the actual media and video seems to have scaled back up to a very acceptable performance. In fact, the video on this particular highlight of a Premier League match is fantastic, yet the application that runs behind it is appalling, really. The resolution is just really not attractive to look at all. Now, unfortunately, that's going to go into another advert, so I won't carry on watching that. But it's just another one of those curious cases whereby applications really should be much better in being able to adapt to the iPad environment, especially when the environment on the iPad mini is the rather suspect 124 by 720, if I've remembered that rightly. I do apologise if I've got the resolution slightly wrong, but obviously it's certainly not Retina. But now we have a kind of situation where we have three resolutions running on the iPad environment. We have this really reduced resolution that's running from the iPhone apps, then the iPad mini resolution and the iPad Retina resolution, which is obviously a lot sharper. It's a bit of a weird one, and it's one of those situations whereby you're slicing up the performance of applications, which is something that was much criticised on Android devices to begin with, but it's been much improved on Android devices in the last 12 months. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you again soon in another iPad video.